Nintendo. Q Games. ESRB notice. Game experience may change during online play. Yeah, hi. I don't know why the emulator does that. So yeah, I'm playing this on emulator in case that wasn't obvious.
What
I mentioned it on
emulator
on
are you using?
It's Desmumi. I didn't really try it on Melon.
I could probably try it on Melon right now.
So, I don't know if it'd be any better, but I don't know. I'm used to this. I'm set up for this, so this is what we're using.
Fox.
So, anyways, this is Star Fox Command for the Nintendo DS. Currently,
controversial game.
put it like mildly. It's currently the last game in a timeline.
The second.
They're like 3 timelines now, or something, depending on how you count 0. But yeah, it kind of makes sense why it was the last one, because it has 9 different endings, and I'll be getting all of those. So I'll be showing off every level, every choice in the game. Now, to be more efficient, what I'm going to be doing is leveraging a feature of the emulator called save states. You may have heard of them. To cut down on replaying stages, so I don't have to redo things. So I've got it all planned out. So assuming everything goes according to plan, I should get through all of the endings, all of the stages, and all of the choices, like all of the branching in the selections, with minimal replaying. That's the goal. So yeah, there's download play, which I can't do, and there's Wi-Fi battle, which I also can't do.
You can do it with Melon DS.
Oh, does that have Wi-Fi?
Yeah.
Or online, like net play?
Yeah, actually it uses this. You can actually use Melon with actual DSs. Like you can
do it with it. Huh. Interesting.
I learned that the other day.
Anyways, so you can change the. What is the difference? Surround? What does surround mean in this context?
Headphones.
There's a headphone option.
Well. Okay, surround's actually using both sides of the DS's. DS's.
Isn't that stereo?
Speakers. Yeah.
So what is surround then? I don't know.
Maybe it's when you're connected to an actual surround system, because you could technically connect a DS to a surround system. Probably sound like shit.
Yeah, I'd imagine. It'd be crazy if that was actually it, but
I connected my my GBA to my TV through the audio port.
An audio jack is an audio jack, so. All right, yeah. So for voice, you can actually do a user selected voice. That would require a microphone though, so we won't do that. We'll just stick with the normal voices. Control type, I actually should have. Let's see, is it just reversing? Oh, type C. Wait, what? What's the difference here? Is it what is the vibration supposed to mean? I don't know what that actually affects. Like, obviously this affects which is, like up versus down. That part at least makes sense. I'm not sure about that one. Ooh, we can set a nickname. How many characters do we get? 8?
8 or 7.
I believe it's 8. Can't fit my entire name though. So this is where you do the voice recording.
Could you fit Parasite?
I mean, I could, but it's not generally how I abbreviate my screen name.
Yeah.
Although I guess technically I did do that for Prime Hunters, but that's neither here nor there. But anyways, we've got a lot of stories to get through. It's not
Is Prime?
that long of a game, but you know, since we're doing effectively 100%, you know, we'll be here a while.
Yeah.
Oh, let's
Also,
see.
Prime Hunters.
You know what? I'm just gonna delete the save data and start over from scratch. Let's see, single data.
Is
Just
Prime
so it's
Hunters
a completely new save file.
after Prime on the timeline after Prime 2 or before?
It's before Prime 2, so it's between 1 and 2.
Alright, I've already skipped it, so whatever. I'll probably do that in a later stream.
Years ago, a scientist named Dr. Andros became obsessed with controlling the Lylat system. He launched wave after wave of attack fighters from the remote planet of Venom and ordered them to strike planet Corneria at the heart of the Lylat system. However, 4 brave pilots who made up a squadron known as Star Fox finally put an end to the Doctor's mad ambitions. Andros himself was defeated by the leader of Star Fox, a brilliant pilot named Fox McCloud.
Is that a modification of the original Star Fox's that previous screen? Was that the original Star Fox? Like one of the
Oh no, that was new art or image or
it
whatever.
looked like one of the original arts.
I don't think so. In the time that followed, Venom became known as a quarantine planet. Due to the reputation and the frequent patrols carried out by members of the Cornerian military, it has been years since anyone set foot on the planet's surface. But after a period of quiet, Venom struck back with devastating attacks on the Lylat system. Any and all attempts at resistance were brushed aside, and soon all cities came under the grip of this new, terrifying enemy. The occupiers were known as the Anglers and operated under the control of the Anglar Emperor. Their headquarters were located in the toxic Venom Sea, a vast ocean so inhospitable that it was believed no living thing could survive there. The members of Star Fox, the heroic and famous squadron that had come to the Lylat's aid in their hour of need, had disbanded. Each pilot, oh man, I can read and speak, was living a new life, and it would prove a difficult task to bring the former team members back together. Fox McCloud, the team's leader, was wandering the galaxy with his friend Rob, a navigation robot that he inherited after his father's passing. Fox used this time to tie up a few loose ends and also ponder the course his life had taken. The Cornerian military hero General Pepper fell ill and could no longer lead as he once did. He recommended that Peppy Hare, Star Fox team member, and father-figured Fox be promoted and given command of all Cornerian forces. Brash pirate... Why do I keep...
Pilot?
The letter L. Brash pilot Falco Lombardi lived as a loner. He drifted from job to job, searching for the same thrill he felt as a member of Star Fox, but his existence was mostly an empty one, something that annoyed him more than he would admit. The technical brains behind the team, Fox's closest friend, was the good-natured Slippy Toad. Slippy met and fell in love with a girl named Amanda and decided to leave the world of flying and start a new life with his beloved fiancee. Star Wolf, the true rivals of Star Fox, continued to be involved in dirty dealings. Their work soon caught the attention of the Cornerian military, who put a massive bounty on their heads. Like there wasn't one already. I feel like they would have done enough to warrant that, but who knows. And finally, Krystal, the lone female of the group. She had fought beside Fox and fell in love with him, much against her better judgment and professional concern. Her love was returned, however, and the two promised to remain together always. But Fox was quite wary of the danger that haunted pilots of the elite Star Fox squadron, and he eventually forced Krystal to leave the team. Heartbroken and ashamed, she fled from Fox and vanished soon after. No one knows what became of her. Now, the past has come to haunt them all. Unwilling or unable to face his former team, Fox has chosen to take on the entire Anglar Armada by himself. Can he do it? Will the team put aside their differences and reunite? I'll Lylat wait for the answers.
Where do your answers be answered, but not at all?
Yeah, things are gonna get very, different. There are some drastically different outcomes based on some very seemingly insignificant decisions.
Yeah. I'll be right back.
So for the... Yeah, I'll explain that later. We're not in any rush. Take some time. So this is a mechanic that they set up so that the cores are important. Hive mind one unit with a core controls many ships. If you find and disable these cores, the other ships in the unit will be neutralized. Pick up a target, destroy, collect the core. The roll will help you pick up things. The ability of the roll to actually suck in items is a lot greater in this game. And then the other thing that the game doesn't tell you, at least right now, is that rolling will actually give you extra time bonuses.
When you
If you deflect the projectiles.
Yep.
All right.
You know how I play this game? I play this game constantly rolling.
Well, you can't roll all the time because you only have limited
Okay.
boost meter. Except for, is there like one character that has like infinite boost or something?
You have infinite boost during the...
Well, during the like approach to the motherships.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Sounds like fun. So I'm doing this. I did do some practice before just to make sure that this was actually feasible. So in case you're wondering, this is the game that relies on the touchscreen a lot. You have to basically touch and move around on the bottom screen to aim and steer your ship. So what I'm doing to control this is using my mouse, on the screen to simulate the stylus, and then I'm holding the controller in my left hand, and basically I'm only using that for shooting. I'm using the controller for literally one button. I mean, I suppose I could have done it with on the keyboard, but I mean, I like having a controller more for that, so that's what I'm doing.
Honestly, when I do this game, I'm probably just gonna do it on the Wii U.
So does that let you use the gamepad as the touchscreen?
Yeah.
If I was smart, maybe I could have done that instead. Because then I could have actually controlled it like the way that it's meant to be controlled.
Well, close approximation. Like the Wii U's definitely like a lot heavier than a freaking DS.
Yeah, but I'd still be using a stylus instead of a mouse.
Yeah. You have a Wii U, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I have one.
I've never done the training mission before. Maybe once, maybe.
Just get ourselves over half of them, Actually, they're lining up pretty nicely too. I didn't shoot a single one.
You got all of them.
Alright, we just need that last one over here.
This game is both not that hard at all and like sometimes
it can get hard at times. It's just when the game actually expects you to be good at the controls. I would anticipate that I'll struggle with those. We'll find out. Like it won't be too difficult here at the beginning. Oops. All right. Right, we have to pick up the cores still. Ah, dang it! I'm out of boost. I can't use the boost to get through. Why do you guys take so long to drop your cores? Right,
isn't there like a besides using the buttons, like for the loop and the
yeah. What?
The loop in the U-turn, like, can't you like slide your stylus up and down and that will do it or something like? Or am I thinking of?
I don't know. If so, the game hasn't mentioned it. All right, this is where we introduce time, I think. Yep.
Because Fox cheaps out on the gas.
What?
Fox cheaped out on the gas.
Oh, he cheaps out? Yeah, maybe.
So did you do Star Fox 1 and 2 already?
Yep. Did those first.
Basically, this incorporates.
This is very heavily inspired from Star Fox 2, and I'm sure we'll talk about that
More
once we get into it. Well, and I've definitely, like, when I was going back to play this, I noticed a lot of the influences now that I've played 2. And I'm sure that's gonna happen with 0 as well.
Yeah.
That was quite the workout. Fox, you literally sat in a cockpit. I wouldn't really call it a workout. I guess it's flying.
Piloting a fighter is apparently very.
Looks like we're gonna be busy. Also, they redesigned the Great Fox for some reason.
That's because it's not the
Different.
same.
It's
Great
not the
Fox.
right. They pulled an Enterprise on it. Actually, I don't know because they haven't watched like the Star Trek TV shows. How often has the Enterprise gotten destroyed in those? I know it's like it's a thing that they do. I think they've done it in like all of the modern movies. Like it's happened in literally every modern movie so far.
I'm not much into Star Trek, but I know like the TNG one gets destroyed once or twice. Either in the once on the actual TV series, once in the movie.
Yeah, so what the game's explaining right here is where some of the Star Fox 2 influence comes in. So you have a limited amount of time, which is your quote-unquote fuel, and you have to pick up time. Would capsules be a good word for it? I don't know what the game calls them. I forget. But you can pick up those to get more time.
Cells. I think they're fuel cells.
So you can pick those up to get more time, and then you can also get time by rolling to deflect enemy fire, and as well as there are some other specific things you can do. So game's explaining mechanics. So this game operates quite differently to most of the other Star Fox games, in which you have a turn-based strategy phase where you have to move your ships around the map and intercept the enemies before they get to the Great Fox. So it's sort of like tower defense in a way, but with ships. It's great. It's great Fox defense is what it is.
Yeah, I wish there's a free mode version of this where you could set up like different situations for different situation, like you could mix and match characters and stuff. Like,
no, you could like select who you're taking into battles. Yeah, if there's one thing the game doesn't let you do is that like you're forced to use whichever characters the game gives you. Let's see if I can just like barely nick that one and get, you know, the most out of my movement here.
Could you theoretically have gotten all three?
No, you don't have enough fuel. I don't think, and like they're spread out enough towards the beginning that I don't think you can get all of them at the same time.
So now let's play. Look at the old game reference. Ooh, there's a lot
oh wow,
of
this is hard. Where are you guys? Okay, no rings to go through here.
Rings give you
It's
stuff.
gonna start off very basic. Yeah, so the ring will always give you a guaranteed drop, so that can be supply rings or the fuel cells. Give you more time. So you can see how much cumulative time we have left at the start of the mission, and of course at the top of the screen. You know, the top of the top screen.
So, a lot of the enemies in this game, like the grunts, are based off of 64 classic 64 enemies.
Okay, so the game tells you how many cores you have to have left to collect. So once you collect all the cores, the mission's over and you win.
Yep.
And if you let any of the enemies get to the Great Fox, then you lose. So obviously this is a very simple one just to kind of ease you into it. Corneria Planes. So this layout is new, by the way, the one that I'm using on my stream. I didn't have one for like an equal, and they might be flying out of it. Yep. Oh, I got one. Oh yeah, so the lock-on mechanics are actually different. Oops. Here, let's just roll to get that. You actually have multiple levels of lock-on now. And you can see it does a special sound effect when your lock-on shot will kill. That's a very nice feature. And different characters will be able to lock on a different number of times. So I think Fox goes up to 4 on his, and obviously, you know, some of them won't be able to lock on at all. But we'll get into like character differences when they crop up.
Yeah.
So the map-based movement is sort of like 2, but not exactly, because 2 was completely real-time. Well, I say real-time, like movement and actions were real-time, so...
anytime you moved, stuff moved.
Yeah, well, and stuff moved on the map while you were in battles. That's not how it works in this game, but...
Yeah.
This one is more turn-based, which I kind of like, just because it feels a little bit more... It gives you time to actually, like, strategize. And to be fair, you can do that in 2, you know, you just don't move on the map, and you can think through what you want to do. But obviously, like, you know, you move, the enemies move, so... 2, there's a little bit more pressure, because things move while you're in battles. Like, while you're fighting stuff, so you have to consider what stuff is doing outside of the battle you're currently engaged in. You don't have to do that in this game. So I kind of like that more about this game than 2.
Yeah.
You have, like, the 2 phases are entirely separate, essentially. Aluminum and chrome. Can survive in the Venom Sea. It's our next destination.
Didn't Fox read the mission report? It was on the mission report.
Probably not. So, we have reached a decision, quote unquote. So this is where there would be a branching path. However, you'll see these ones, options 2 and 3, are locked. So the game forces you to get one of the endings on your first playthrough. So you won't be able to make any choices until you get a key, which unlocks all of the other options. So for now, the job is easy. We're gonna contact Slippy, but in the next playthrough, we'll be able to select these other options.
He's a Slippy fella.
So Corneria, reunion with Slippy. Slippy here. It's been a long time, buddy. Happy to see you're doing well. Of course. I'm on my way. You know, just disregard the fact that Aquas is all the way over there. I assume he probably wasn't on Aquas at this point.
Probably like this.
Enemy sighted. So one thing that we'll get into this one later. The whole of Corneria has been overrun by Anglar forces. Appears so. So now the game's introducing the map items. So we've got missile supply rings and they are fuel cells. So if you pick these up on the map, then you'll instantly get them. So the Great Fox can use missiles to destroy enemies. And I got the double with my first draw, which doesn't always happen. You have barely enough fuel in order to make that. So they force you to use the missiles here because there's no way that you can get over here in time. So definitely go after the faster moving ones, which have the 3 arrows instead of the 2. And in this one, if I draw it just right, let's see if I can get. So if I do this right, then I should be able to get these 2 alerted to me. See if it works. I got 1 of them, but we got 2 missiles, so we'll be fine.
At this point, they're still just doing the basic angular fighter.
Yeah, we haven't seen that much in the way of enemy diversity yet. Some of the other ones will get a lot more complicated. So I'm just gonna like wait. You guys will both fly in range.
One of each.
I'm still spinning because I was spinning when I lost control.
That is the best. That's one of the best parts about spinning all the time when you can.
All right, so hey Slippy, great of you to show up. We're actually done here. since I have missiles for both of them. So great contribution there, Slip. Not really. You could have been a little bit earlier if you wanted to actually shoot things, but so he's kind of your backup if you are a little bit slower or not as efficient about getting the missiles. This is still what I consider more of a tutorial.
Oh, definitely.
I'm not really caring too much about the hit counts on this one. I'm just going to destroy the main enemies for the most part. Like if I'm going to do score attack on a Star Fox game, it's going to be Assaulter 64 and not this game.
0. Actually, what's
0
your opinion?
exists. we'll get there eventually.
I have a feeling we have conflicting opinions.
We'll find out. The General Pepper has been confined to a sickbed. I'm just glad they made Peppy a general. So now the entire Cornerian military is using their bombs wisely. Intercepting a signal
Yeah, if they
from
made him a
Fichina.
general, do you think they could have gotten him other than like an old miss a Cornerian gunship, which they took out all the guns besides a single shot missile launcher.
Address to General Peppy. Someone named Lucy. So Lucy is one of the newly introduced characters in this game. Peppy's daughter.
I think she's one of the better things about the.
Yeah, like what I think this game does well is I think it, introduces or uses some of the less used characters more, which is good. Now, not everything is great. I think the writing is pretty sketchy in places. But
we'll get to the one thing that everyone knows about this game.
Managed to locate Lucy. She'll be in one of the nearby cities. Just hope she's okay. Last I heard, she was teaching astrophysics. Doesn't sound like the Lucy that I knew. Oh man, I wish we had known about Lucy before this point. It's like she just sprang into existence or something.
Like that's one of the issues I have is like
they just invent all these backstories. It's like, man, it would have been nice to actually see this stuff.
I
Good
just
friends with
want,
crystals.
if they're gonna continue the new timeline, I want them to bring like a lot of the newer characters in.
Yeah, bring them into the story sooner. So they're not just
like. I don't mind
like
Amanda and I have a lot bunny named Lucy because like it was only bunny Pokemon at the time.
All right, so this game introduces another major mechanic, which is the fog of war. It's fog of war. It'll expand every turn. You have a limited amount that you can clear per turn, so you have to use it wisely. Now, if you highlight certain things, it'll clear out the area around it. So if you know approximately where things are, you can, use that to kind of clear out and see what's going on. That's an enemy, right?
An enemy in that area that below you. Like,
All right, I'll have Slippy go the top route, and then Fox will go the bottom route, and
oh look,
I'll probably catch that other enemy with Fox, and then have Slippy head towards the base.
Oh, hey, it's the first Star Fox.
Yep.
64 reference.
Except they're blue now.
And they drop bombs, and they're a lot more annoying.
And their fire is green too.
I think at this point it's more plasma.
Plasma. I mean, plasma can be like reddish orange. I mean, that's what it usually is. I guess it depends on the gas that you're using.
And how brightly, because stars are plasma, basically.
Oh, how did I not get hit by that one? I don't really need that. Yeah, this is a DS game, so like those were definitely sprites. Like the things that it dropped, like that's a sprite, I'm pretty sure. This is not an actual model.
Things are models. Well, some of the things.
Oh yeah, models. I mean like the enemies are models, and obviously the R-Wings are too. But I think the game cheats a little in places.
I think it does its 2D sprites a lot earlier than.
Alright, so we've got that. Oh yeah, if you click on the enemies, you actually see what they're made of, including some stats on them. Or at least the core enemies that are in the thing. So this one's Shuriken. And then this one is... Oh yeah, we can look at the fighters too. That's another thing you can do. So Slippy, Plasma, which is stronger than, I think, what Fox has single lasers right now. Oh, poor Fox.
I think Twin and Plasma have different types of damage in this game because you can't have both. Like,
yeah, they're not compatible. Although Plasma, I think, is just a straight upgrade. Like, it's just better. Anyway, Slippy does not have lock, but he does have 3 bombs, a lot of health, no boost. The time bonus is how much time you get when you deflect a projectile. So both of them have 2. Fox is definitely very well rounded. What this doesn't tell you, though, is how many times you can lock on with a character, aside from the fact that, like, Slippy can't do it. Let's see.
I think single lock is 8 times, multi-lock is, like, 4, but for multiple things, and,
Oh, yeah, well...
no. And there's an all lock as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, And of course, there's a no lock on.
So one aspect of this game that I do like, and I think it handles better than Star Fox 2, is that you actually have multiple ships on the fields, and we start off with just 2, but we can have up to 4. And so it's up to you where you want to send them. So there's actually some strategy involved in which ships you send where, because some people, some characters will be better at dealing with certain things than others. So I like that element of it, whereas with Star Fox 2, it's just you have your team members going together to places. So you can just choose whoever you want.
Does your team member do anything in 2?
I think so. Like they're just kind of sitting there waiting, I guess. I don't know. So that's one aspect of Command that I actually think it does better than 2. Is that there's actually considerations as to which characters should I send in this direction, based on what they might be good at. That was rude.
I do like
forcing me to roll.
ship design.
Yeah, so I didn't point this out, but characters do actually have different ships. So Peppy's ship is called the Bullfrog, I believe.
You mean Slippy?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Did I say Peppy?
Yes.
Yeah, Slippy's ship is called the Bullfrog. Whereas Fox is just the R-Wing 2, I believe.
Which looks more like the actual R-Wing 1, but with slight differences.
Yeah. This might actually be my favorite R-Wing design.
I'm honestly of the opinion I like the Assault R-Wings more, but...
Assault R-Wings would be the one that I would probably place above it if I did. I actually not... I mean, I don't think the 64 R-Wings look bad, but I just don't think they're the best either. Oops. And we're done here. I didn't pick up any of the rings here, but oh well.
Assault's R-Wings are...
I like that they actually have some motion involved to them, like the actual parts on the R-Wing itself. I mean, outside of the wings expanding for all range mode. I like that there's an actual visual indication that you're boosting outside of the thrusters, becoming active. Actually, you know what? I have this missile, so I could just use that because I think that's the last one outside of the base. What?
Less work for you.
Yep. It saves me time too, presumably. Obviously, it is possible to gain time. Getting fuel cells is probably the easiest way to do that. Oops. So this will be a little bit harder with Slippy. I'm going to stray away from going through the middle.
Or we could just bomb. Or is this...
Huh?
Oh wait, I think I know what boss this is.
I could use the bomb. Well, we're not. There's going to be another mission here. It's probably not what you're thinking of. Oops.
No, but this is the 3rd level in a Star Fox game, and this is essentially...
So one thing that's definitely difficult with the setup that I'm currently using is that it's kind of hard to roll while I'm actually trying to steer at the same time. That makes any sense. So you can also gain a second by going through the center of these red squares. So that's one of the other ways you can get time. I think we've covered all of them at this point.
So another The bases are another Star Fox 64 reference. The Katina Base.
Oh, you're talking about Saucer,
Yeah.
which I think is like a funny name. But anyways, so yeah, here's a mechanic. The base is actually a new thing. This is the first time that we've seen one of those. So once you liberate a base, then you can. So you get 2 turns from doing it. So that's important, you know, to make sure that you don't run out of turns. And then 2, if it's a base that you own, when you fly over, it replenishes your fuel meter to full. Aha. Okay. Anyways, which means you can fly farther. So.
Third level. We're on the ice planet. Star Fox. It's Star Wolf.
Star Wolf. Does Zero do that too? I've only played through like Zero like the one time.
No. Actually, I think Zero's the outlier. I think.
Is it? Because Assault does it. 64 does it. Well, depending on which route you take, but.
Well, like if like you're a beginner at the game, you're gonna go.
2 doesn't really operate that way, and Star Fox, the original Star Fox, didn't have them, so.
Yeah. I think you have an encounter with Star Wolf on one of the 3rd levels, but it's not like the 4v4. Zero's very different.
Yeah.
And they use the 64 variant of the.
Alright, U-turn. Where are you?
Are they immune to bombs?
No, they can get hit by them. They're just fast. So it's harder to hit them with bombs.
Also, because the AI is stupid in this game, they like to drop mines in this version instead of actually try to tail you.
Yeah, they just kind of like fly around in this one. I mean, they still do the loop when you shoot them.
Yeah.
Alright, fine.
It's more of a thing of if player does this, do this.
Oh boy. Yeah, this is where I'm probably gonna start having some trouble. Here, you wanna do a loop? I'll do a loop. Drop a lot of those though. Yeah, I mean, you can definitely take them out quickly if you're, you know, better at following like that, you know. You actually trace your path a little bit better than I am.
Just like Star Fox, Star Wolf each have individual ships.
Yep. That's honestly, that's like one thing that I kind of hope that they keep if they, you know, do something like this again.
I like everybody having like
crap.
ship design that.
I went out of the window accidentally. Oh hey, you're invincible during loops. That's good to know.
Oh hey, it's just you and Wolf.
I'm a coward for shooting you, apparently.
Apparently. I like how Wolf's are Wolfen is still just the Star Fox Assault Wolfen.
It's a good design.
Yes, it is. I think it's my. Look, the Wolfen is my favorite.
It's probably the best Wolfen design. I would definitely argue that point. Assault Wolfen is best Wolfen. Got bigger fish to fry today, guys. See you around. I hate that frog. I feel like that line's even better if you actually choose to take Slippy into that fight.
Just dab on them with Slippy.
So, your extra turns remaining at the end will get added up, and once you get 5, you get another life. So, you can definitely build up lives pretty easily that way.
I don't know if lives carry over with a new.
They don't. Like on a new playthrough? Yeah, you don't. You start over. The good pilots and all, but... Oh, that was a close one. Yeah, I'm fine. Look, did my message made it to Dad? Not exactly. I'm sure he's fine. Fox, listen to this. It's that jerk Oikonny.
He's a nasty piece of work.
We can't let this continue. Fox, I have a thought. I think we need more information about the enemy. And my dad's at the asteroid station, right? Beltino. So we are forced into fighting Oikonny. We don't have a choice. Oikonny strikes back. It's Hoth. We're on Hoth right now.
Basic.
This is the rebel base. Can you hear me, Star Fox? Oikonny, I can't believe you're still alive. You shall eventually. It's just like you, Oikonny. You're a pawn of the Anglar forces, the pawn and a coward. Shut it. Tracked me down and personally asked me to join in their fight. I'm back on. Oh, that's good. Oh, I can advance the text by pressing the D-pad. Interesting. Please let me come with you. Why is everyone a pilot in this universe? I mean, I won't complain about the help, but like, I thought you were a teacher.
Look, I have a feeling she originally wanted to be on the Star Fox team, but like, her father probably said no.
So you can see, I didn't mean to do those ones. They just kind of happened. Okay, that's just part of the enemy. There's another base. I swear I don't have all of these memorized to just have sort of a feeling for it.
You have this one pretty well down though, because you've replayed it 3 times. Preparing for this Let's Play.
I think I only did it like once.
You did this exact level before, actually. I think, or maybe it was the...
No, it was I was in the the end of this level.
So now we're playing as Lucy. Lucy Hare.
Lucy Hare. Alright, so she does not have a lot of health. She does have plasma shots though, so she's got good offensive capabilities. She can also lock on, which Slippy can't. That's another perk. Her boost isn't quite as bad as his, but she only has 1 bomb, so if you want to use bombs, she's not the character to use. So let's go ahead and head over to the rings here. See what we can get from these. That was a bomb. If there's a reason to actually use your bombs, it's because the game, you know, gives you bombs also. Yeah, expect that to happen. Alright, time please. No? Okay, fine. Okay, get back here. So we're going to be a little bit short on time to start here, but We can make it up. I would say that most of the time, like, running out of time isn't too big of a concern as long as you go after the supply rings.
Yeah.
Or not the supply rings, but, like, you know, the... What would you even call those? It's the rings that give you things. They're not supply rings, because supply rings are the ones that actually heal you, so...
Ring?
Ring, banana phone. I think I was one ring short. Alright, so we've got an enemy there, and there. Oops, I did not actually mean to draw Slippies. Yeah, there are also things on the, you know, time capsules on the map that we didn't draw. So actually, so here's a smart little thing. I'll go and grab that and then get the refill. And then, let's see. So as long as you like graze an enemy, you'll be able to get them alerted to your presence and they'll engage you. So you can fudge it a little bit. Oh, there's an enemy down there. I can use the missile on that. Just have to, you know, not forget about it. So I guess this kind of I feel like this kind of goes without saying, but oops. Ooh, that was nice. So the gameplay in this is all the all range mode. Well, mostly. Okay, we haven't gotten to the one part that isn't, but that's like a very minor part of the game. So.
Well, there are technically two parts.
I didn't get any of the rings again. It's fine. We got some drops.
We got drops.
I'm surprised. We actually had a base that could have introduced one of the things we haven't seen yet, but it didn't want to fire. All right.
God, this is definitely a lot harder.
What?
This definitely is a lot harder to control on a computer, I can tell just by watching.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's just barely possible enough that, like I said, okay, you know what, I can put up with this just to get the footage. But I'm definitely not going to be as good at this as I would be playing on actual console. Yeah. The one downside to the Wii U DS games, though, is that don't they like not give you an option for how to view the screens? Basically, you're stuck with what it gives you.
You can view both screens on both pads.
Well, yeah, I know you can view both screens on like both displays, but it doesn't give you options for like, I want to view this horizontally or vertically, you know.
I could test that right now.
I don't remember it. I do have a DS game on Virtual Console, and that's Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky.
I have Mario DS. New Super Mario Brothers DS.
Well, and like, you know, if I want to play this game, I can always play it on my DS/3DS.
Yeah.
I can play my original copy of it. I don't need to play it on Wii U. It's just like Wii U would have been a version that I could capture. It's one of like the worst parts about both DS lines is that there wasn't a good way to actually capture them.
Yeah.
Outside of the capture units, which like people just don't make anymore.
And for the 3DS emulation. It's still in its...
Yeah, 3DS emulation still needs work. Well, it depends on the game. Like some games emulate fairly well, but some don't. It's definitely not nearly at the level of consistency and accuracy that other platforms are. So one important thing about using the missiles is that you have to actually be able to see the enemy in order to lock onto them. If you don't do that, you will not be able to target them with missiles. Did it just like push Slippy off to the side because there's no room? I think it did. So if multiple people converge on a target, you can choose who you want to fight it. So you can see we have 3 portraits on here instead of just 1. So I will go with Slippy, why not?
The high-powered bomber. Oh god, you're still missing 1.
Oh, hey, I'm touching the screen. What?
You had 5, and then you killed.
Still missing 1. What? Oh, it's because of the boss after this.
No, it would...
Oh, you mean...
there's a base.
No, well... crap. This is what happens, like, I'm trying to shake, and then I just, like, go way too far off the screen. Come on. Get him.
It hurt him, I think.
They sure can have a bit more health, so... Come on. No, get back here. Okay, fine. Yeah, the shuriken are very mobile. There we go. Yeah. You're on my left. Come on.
Yes,
If you're wondering why I'm not rolling in certain situations, it's because I'm just trying to hold steady to aim. It'd be really nice if there was like an alternate method of controlling this game than using the touchscreen, but it's a DS game, so we have to use the touchscreen. It's mandatory. No alternative options.
The funny thing is that New Super Mario Brothers only use the touchscreen for like mini games, and
I'll show you why they call the death grab the most feared weapon of all weapons in the Anglar arsenal. Finally made it out. So yes, we are indeed fighting a giant enemy crab.
Hey, this is Hawk.
So
like we got a walker.
If you attack its weak points, I hear that you may even do massive damage. I don't even remember the actual original clip that's from, which is like the best part.
And here is the song Boss Battle A. I think.
Alright,
I know it's not Boss Battle B.
Alright, we're just gonna like back away. Flip around. Oh no, I destroyed one of the claws. If you're wondering why I brought Slippy to this fight, that's why. Who's even so kind to give me another bomb? I look at all this time. And I will not need it.
Slippy kind of trivializes the death grab.
Yeah, he kind of does. And plasma shots just wreck its health bar. And then you have the bombs too. We might not end with that much time anywhere else throughout the rest of the game. Like ending with 389 is pretty high. Hopefully this will restore peace to Fichina.
Yeah, let's restore peace to this freaking ice ball. Slightly more livable than the last time we were on the ice ball, but it's still it's still basically Hoth. Do you want to be living on Hoth?
Not particularly. I'm going to take a quick break here for a moment. I need to go to the restroom, so I will be right back.
We've got to fight now, and we know what it means. We don't gotta fight Kalim. We don't gotta fight the team.
Okay.
I don't know what I'm singing.
Neither do I. Okay, welcome back to me. Let's hope this makes Fichina a safe place. At least for now. Lucy can really fight. I'm surprised. Let's talk about Krystal. Oh boy. So yeah, the whole thing with Fox and Krystal is probably one of the bigger missteps with the writing, I think. Yeah. Like it really does seem like they just did that to kind of, I don't want to say manufacture drama, but like it feels like they did it just for like, you know, the plot and not because it actually made sense for the characters. It's like, we need Krystal to not be with Star Fox somehow, so let's, you know, let's have Fox break up with her. Because he didn't want her to be in harm's way, even though she was already as part of the Star Fox team previously. Like, it doesn't make sense. Maybe I should have warned you. Yeah, you're gonna get bombarded with questions about your ex. She's been very sad and lonely since you two split up. Feel bad, Fox. No, you didn't. That's a stupid reason, and you know it. You still work together.
Who do you think you are? Spider-Man?
That's basically what he did. So the whole team was more important than her. All right. Thank you, Lucy, for being based. Okay, so if you're agreeing with her, then why did you do it in the first place?
Because Fox is an idiot.
Apparently. At least he is in this game. His emotional maturity is very low in this game.
Yeah.
Can we maybe stop at Aquas along the way? You see my fiance's there, and I left her with the kids. Okay, I'm just joking. They don't have kids. Yet. Okay, seriously, you guys didn't talk about that? Like, you're still good friends, right? You would talk about that kind of stuff, right? Right?
Right?
Oh, how fortuitous, or unfortuitous? Send a message to Falco. Roger. Alright, well, we're going to Amanda, because we have no choice. This is the Slippy ending, except it's not really the Slippy ending. Or is this the one where they mention that he has kids? I forget. What's our status, Rob? Well, the oceans are the entire planet. Could you narrow it down? Amanda. Did you just say having trouble raising her? What do you mean by that? I feel like it should be like reaching her. Oh, hey, it's Falco. Falco. I just got here. Late to the party again, Falco. Some things never change. Quiet and listen. I got some interesting info for you. We've got to take out all the targets in this area first. Wait, so weren't you gonna tell us something? Look, I understand that there's like fighting that needs to be done, but why tell us like, hey, I want to tell you this. Oh, we have to fight first. So we still got 3 people, 3 characters. Amanda, where are you? Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. All right, base. So this is our first missile. So, oh yeah, I didn't mention the no-fly zones. So you can't go through these, enemies can't go through these, missiles can. So there are no-fly zones unless you're a missile. So these bases here can launch the missiles. If there's a missile on the pad and it's flashing, that means it's about to launch one. So this one will launch one next turn. So I think this is like that one enemy, and then this one's kind of primarily focused on taking out the missiles. The one recommendation I'll make when it comes to missiles is don't use characters that don't have lock-on for missiles, because then you have to free aim them. And they get going pretty fast. Oh, that's unfortunate. I missed that one on my route. And that's okay. I'll probably just double back and then intercept the missile in the same one with Fox. Oh, hi. Amanda. So she has a multi-lock. Okay, so let's go ahead and engage that enemy with Fox, and then also try to intercept the missile. Worth noting that the missiles will move during the turn, so as you're moving, they'll also move along their path, so just make sure that you don't miss them.
Yeah.
Oh, if I can... So this is where, like, you can get very precise with your lines. Like, and if you can do that, you can, like, just barely reach. Yeah. Come on, Amanda. It's just a little bit farther. I swear this should be reachable. Come on. This is the... Hey, there we go. Except I didn't make it all the way to the ship. Or the base. Oh, what the heck just happened there? Why is my... Oh, I'm having polling issues with my mouse.
Oh, lovely.
It's probably just like USB signal getting interrupted. I just like clipping the corner there. Like it helps to draw a little bit faster, I think. Okay, come on, mouse. Why are you having? Fine, whatever. Mouse is having like pulling issues. All right. It's okay. We'll need one more turn, but we'll get the base at least. So we've got all that working for us. So 1 second. Let's see. Okay, so it's F10, shift and F10. Oh, look, save states, an emulator feature. Haven't made any so far. I will try to avoid using them for the most part, but you know, if I'm in a situation where these aren't looking too good, then I might. I'm mostly going to be using them just to avoid replaying the sections.
That you don't have to replay.
Yeah, so I don't have to like do the same missions over again. So with the missiles, you can actually do a little you can kind of play a little risky game where you can get free time here because it doesn't tick down time, but you have to fly through the center of the squares, and if you miss one, you will lose the missile.
Yep.
So if you ask me, this is a lot better than those really annoying enemies in 2 that like just run away from you really quickly. It's like it's just so much better than those. Because at least with this one, like, it's more your fault if you mess up.
Yeah.
Whereas with those, it's like, oh, you didn't shoot it in, you know, 2 seconds, it's gone. All right, so want you? No, you're. Nope, that was not the right one. All right, so these guys. Oh, we're getting some lag. I think I might still use it actually, just to show. Multi-lock is great for these guys.
Oh god, I
just target
hate
multiple things. What?
The shrimp enemy that you're fighting.
It's not a shrimp, it's a fish.
Oh.
Oops, let's get that. Oh, there are 2 of them, oh no.
Lovely, isn't it?
Oh, hey, look, we got another bomb. Let's make sure that we actually lead it a little bit. Can you stop being, like, accurate? That'd be great.
Don't shoot me in the face.
Now, we were fortunate and got some supply rings from stuff. All right. That was a bit more intensive. Those enemies are not as easily dispatched as some of the other ones.
Multi-lock is really great.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. If only we had someone with multi-lock on our team.
Don't you have 2 now?
I think Amanda's the only one, unless Falco has it.
Falco has it.
Also, worth noting is that you get basically free boost state from these.
The infinite boost diorama.
So I'm not really gonna take my chances with the missiles too much. Once I get the lock, I'm just gonna fire. Most of the time, you're not that pressed for time that you need it.
Hey, it's another
jellyfish.
It's another reference to 64, I think. I think those are the jellyfish that make barriers in the...
Yep. There are enemies there, right? Yeah, they're just far away, I think. Can't I hit any of you? I can't see their shots. This is like kind of problematic. Oh my god. Oh, this is like a problem. I did not anticipate that I'd be having trouble with like these enemies. Yeah, having lock on for these, I think, kind of helps. Ooh, we got coins.
Coins add time, I think.
Yeah, they give you time, and if you pick up all of them, you get an extra life too. So that happens every 100 hits. So it is very worth picking these up. You can see I'm getting like progressively more and more time from them. So. Why are you guys so tiny? Eh. Where are you? Apparently this was not a good mission for Slippy.
Probably not.
I mean, this is also just suboptimal controls. It's also a thing. All right, hopefully this is the last thing we need Slippy for, because I think he's put in his work. All right, stay in the radius, please. Thank you.
If I get a little quiet,
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. If I get a little quiet, I'm sorry.
It's fine. I am being quiet to concentrate sometimes, so. You know, for only having like 2 sources of input, technically being the touchscreen and the 1 button to fire, it's, you know, surprisingly demanding.
Yeah. I'd believe it.
Oh, there was a base there that I missed. Hee hee. Oops. So the problem is, like, if I move Slippy, he's probably going to intercept the missile. I could have him go grab that time. Have Amanda deal with that.
It messed with the time.
And have Fox go after the missile, probably. Oh, now I grabbed the missile, huh? Oh, if I had hooked it, maybe just barely I could have gotten Fox to touch it. That would have been some, you know, pro strats right there.
Hashtag pro straps. Hashtag pro care.
All right, so hers is called the Tadpole, I believe.
Yeah.
So single laser, but you get multi-lock. Medium health. This guy is firing a lot of lasers, and I don't like it. Please give me that. Oops. Also, for those rapidly firing enemies, you can see that if you roll the right time, you can get a lot of bonus time. She also has a really short boost, just like Slippy. Very short boost gauge. Also, every character has a different theme when you're playing as them too. That's another thing that I kind of failed to mention.
There's Fox has two, like, for both each character has two themes actually. One for regular enemies, one for the bases. Fox is for the bases, Sector 9.
Alright, so it should just be the missile next turn, I think. Is there a boss here? I don't remember if there's a boss here in this one. Alright, so Falco is very much a glass cannon. Low health. Does have a lot of boost. And he actually gets more time for dodging. Alright, I'm going to disengage here for a moment just so I can replenish my gauge a little bit. You know what? If we're doing this, we may as well. There we go. Your bombs replenish between missions, so really is better to use them than not. Especially considering you can get them back. So unless you're saving them for a specific thing like a boss, which is definitely a valid thing to do, should remember to use them. They are a resource.
Use bombs wisely, you could say.
Or you could just shorten that and just make it use bombs. Use wisely. Also, you can only hold 5 turns maximum, so going beyond that doesn't get you anything. Unfortunately, you cannot shoot down a missile with another missile because that would make way too much sense. So we'll have... I'm just going to have Fox, like, intercept it at the back end just in case. We can have Falco show up to the party too. And Amanda. And Slippy. Everyone can join in.
Let's all join in the group, helping the group activity of destroying.
Actually, I don't know. Can anyone else engage the missile? Since they did it with Fox? No. So apparently only the, you know, first person. Early bird gets the worm. Except it wasn't Falco this time. Sorry, Falco. Okay, I swear I got in the middle on that one. Okay, we're getting the music, so there's no boss. It's terrific. Let's get back to base.
No boss right now.
That's because I think the next two missions both have bosses. Oh, hey. Nice. Temporarily. It was nice.
It was nice.
Amanda, I'm so happy you're not hurt. Of course I'm alright. I'm going to be your wife, remember? I'm prepared for anything. Aw, you're the best. Don't cry, Slippy. Look, these, you can cry and be happy at the same time. That's that's a valid emotional response. Ooh. Deep cuts. You were wonderful. Gosh, really? Why don't you take them on all by yourselves? Look, enough inane banter. I've got something to tell you, Fox. It's about Krystal. So I know I just said that I, hate all this relationship stuff, but I'm here to talk about your relationship. Joined up with Star Wolf. Okay, you know what? Maybe that is important to mention. She what? This is probably one of the more unbelievable parts of the plot.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we're here now. They're cutting through Sector X on a direct course for Venom. We're gonna try and take Venom. Krystal, the Star Wolf. Sorry to bring the bad news. What are we gonna do now? See, at the same time, Fox does monumentally stupid things, but then he also realizes they're stupid. So it doesn't quite even out, but it's almost more frustrating that way though. It's like they wanted something to happen for the plot, but then they didn't want to make Fox completely unlikable or stupid.
Yeah.
Going right through the Asteroid Belt. I think Star Wolf has reached the Venom base. Ran into the Anglar Emperor and his best units in Sector Z. It's close, but I managed to outrun them. That means they're heading this way. That doesn't sound good. Should we do it? Star Wolf. Plot is, of course, on the double. So we actually don't get a choice on this one. We're going to Sector Z. Oh no, we're gonna have to deal with missiles again, aren't we? Wink, wink. Honestly, I don't think that mission's that bad.
Yeah. At least it's not as hard to get best score in 64's Sector Z.
Oh, that's the one I was talking about. Well, it's got a low base score because there's just not that much to do. Team Star Fox, do you read me? You made it.
Krystal just looks grumpy this entire game.
Just glad you're okay. Well, they don't really emote the faces at all. They just have the lip flaps and blinking, and that's about it. Anchors have called in reinforcements. Massive attack force is heading our way. Sector Z. And here we get to probably one of my least favorite things about this game. Asteroids. They mean business. Be careful out there. So, asteroids like to mess up with your routes. And we'll see that if we try to go in that direction. So, all right, Krystal, I think you're gonna head This way. Grab that enemy and that missile. And we actually start with... Oh, no. Wait. Did it? One second.
Yeah,
I wanna...
it carries over missiles.
Oh, it did? Interesting. Because otherwise I don't know how we got that one in our inventory. So you can see that lock on the base is pretty sketchy.
Yeah.
Let's see. I think I'm gonna head in these two directions. So use the missile on. Well, I guess that one has to go around, but I'm not planning on covering it. So we'll go ahead and do that one. So yeah, you can see it just kind of messed with my route a little. Oh, I'm gonna need to have somebody stick around to intercept the missile, though, is the problem. Huh. Who should I have do that? Because, well, I guess I can have Krystal come down and take care of this, maybe. Well, we'll play out the turn and figure it out next time. At this point, it's probably going to be Krystal or Fox. Probably Fox. If I had to guess. Alright. So there is some choice that you have to deal with as well, as far as like who you go with first, you know. That could affect things based on like timing and stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you give me another bomb, I'm gonna use it. And look, I got it back. So I like it when the game makes things easy.
Make it easy.
All right.
So you want to do Krystal next?
We'll do Krystal next. So Krystal is flying a different ship.
She has 2 ships actually in this game.
It depends on which plot you're in. Also, this is probably one of my favorite character themes in the entire game. This is called Fox's Forgotten Love.
I think this song's actually completely original to this game.
This is completely original. Like honestly, I would not mind if they brought this back in a future game. Because it's
and whatever they're gonna do for Adventure's story, okay, these are more like shrimp. These are more like fried shrimp.
These are shrimp. I could see you calling these shrimp. So let's see. She has medium health. Also, that's doing nothing to them. Wonderful. She has twin lasers, but no lock on. So honestly, I think her kit's not the greatest. Oh my god, I'm gonna die.
And also, if you notice, she's in a Cornerian.
She's in a Cornerian fighter, yeah.
She worked for Corneria after the breakup time, but then she's like, "Oh, Star Wolf." I'm just gonna use
I guess they just like let her keep the fighter or something. Oh my god, why do I have no boost? Like this is a problem.
I feel like she'd be better on actual hardware than she is in.
Probably. This is very much a struggle right now. Oh, come on. Nope.
First death.
That almost cost me the. That almost cost me the entire mission. Yeah, I don't really like this ship. So I'm gonna have to use the missile on that. It's a good thing we picked that up. Oh look, tightly grouped enemies. Thank you for cooperating.
We hope you have a nice day in hell.
Yeah, you definitely suffer from like the limitation of your like where you're aiming is also where your ship is located. So like you can stay in the line of fire as long as you can roll.
You might have to intercept that missile with Krystal.
I'm pretty sure I will. Oh,
That's gonna be a pain in the ass with these
This isn't
missiles.
great. Let's see. I can. Well, I don't want Slippy going after the missile. I have him go after the base. Have Krystal go there. So let's see. Fox is covering that missile. And have Falco go after this base. Oh, she doesn't have lock on. You know what?
Did you swap?
I think this is a better idea.
Krystal.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have Falco take care of the missile, and I'll have Krystal go after this. What is this? I really don't want to use Krystal for anything, to be perfectly honest. If I can avoid it.
I think Krystal's main thing is that you're not playing on an actual touch screen again.
Oh, it definitely makes it harder. At least Slippy can compensate a little bit more. Like, he has the plasma shot, so it's not quite as bad. She has the double. That's the weird part. It's like she has twin lasers, but I think it was just a really bad matchup for those enemies in particular. Also, your hit count is at the top of the screen, I'm pretty sure. That's what that is, right?
It is.
It's a nice thing. This game definitely does HUDs pretty well. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
Also, random thing that I noticed, because the screens are side by side, the top screen is darker than the bottom screen. Like, they're both black, but, you know, the top screen is darker. Not sure exactly why that is.
This is Fox. The missile has been destroyed.
Has it? Alright, Krystal, please don't let me down again. I like your other ship better. I think our other ship actually has lock-on on it. I don't need that yet. Now they're all separate. Of course they are. Okay, these enemies are a lot less annoying with Krystal. With the snail ones, like, you have to get them to face away from you for them to even be vulnerable, so it makes them a lot worse. Because with the other characters, you can just, like, lock onto them and deal damage that way. Also, there's no fog of war here because, you know, it's space. Space.
Later space stages will have Fog of War.
Yeah, so like honestly the best thing to do is like if you don't get the route that you want through Asteroids, just try redrawing it until you get something that's decent. It's the best thing that I can recommend.
You think Krystal could handle this enemy?
I'm gonna go Falco, probably, for the lock-on.
Fair.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until they're in an opportune place.
So about the multiplayer actually, a dirty trick I would do is like I would against my friends and my brother who didn't know better, I would do the whole oh hey, see that number? You should fly into that. Like when
You're talking about the beam? Or what?
What?
What are you talking about? You say
In the multiplayer.
The number?
Yeah, in multiplayer you have time bomb.
Yeah.
And like
oh there's a number on the map for her, like when it's gonna go off.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also in the thing, yeah.
That I'm sorry, I was like I didn't pick up what you meant by that. Immediately.
That's
you
fair.
just like you tell them to find the number and like wait what number what does this number mean?
The number
on the bomb, yeah.
And like and then like it's a trick that only works once. Maybe twice if your siblings that stupid.
Are you saying your sibling was that stupid? Also, the enemy's still shooting at me as I'm flying off. You can only see it's like barely a pixel or two wide. The resolution for that. These guys, those are the 64 enemies. The ones that, you know, like to fire the rings of shots at you.
Yay.
So this might also be a terrible idea because low health. But also multi-lock. Okay, I was trying to boost. Alright, I'm just gonna go the other way and turn around. Sometimes that's better than trying to like actually turn around, you know. Man, I forgot, like, just, I know Falco's health is low, but, like, there's one enemy that just, like, hit us one time. It's like, oh, half your health's gone now. I don't know if Krystal would have been great for that, though, because she only has 2 boosts, right? You would not have been able to roll for, like, a sustained amount of time. Oh, there is no boss here. Okay, so it's just the final mission, then. Thank you.
Final mission in Metro or...
Hmm?
Final mission in Metro.
Media, you mean? You just said Metro.
You know how terrible I am. I have dyslexia, you know this.
It's called Asteroid Belt in this game. Dude, you really fight with Wolf and his cronies. Ooh, we're getting into, you know, revenge. Joining a adversary's team.
And dating one of your adversaries.
Well, you just up and vanished. And you joined Star Wolf. What were you thinking? Sheesh, couldn't you see that? And then he gets silent. That, like, that's his reaction to being called out, is just to say nothing. He'll do that a lot.
This is Fox's game of just learning to shut the f up.
One at the bottom of the Venom Sea. Ships began to corrode. You're crazy. Will you help us? Hold on there. We're going to take down the Anglar Emperor. I don't know. Also, we made an hourglass on this route. With our path across the map. See, there it is. Zazen. Shall we continue on? Not yet. Let us rendezvous with the other units first. We are patient.
Oh, this is Zazan, by the way. You'll see him a lot in these stories.
That and the octopus guy. I forget his name.
You
It is
forgot
no
about
matter.
the guy who literally comes from F-Zero?
F-Zero? Yeah, I know he's from F-Zero, but it doesn't mean I remember his name. We're going to bring the fight to the enemy. It's time to settle this once and for all. Things get too hairy. We fall back and regroup. Yeah, I wish I could do that. We're coming for you. Try to take on more than you have to. Oh, look, she's not wearing the helmet anymore.
Which means...
I think she's using her other fighter. I hope so.
her R-Wing variant.
Yeah. We'll find out. So, most annoying part about this one, there are asteroids in all three of these routes into the final base. Last roll of dice, they're gonna come in hot. Yay, she's using the Cloud Runner. Also, I don't think I realized the origin of that name back when I first played this, and now I know.
Well, it's also a pterodactyl, if you look at it.
Yeah, I know, the shape fits too. So it's absolutely an, accurate name. Like, solid theming on that one. So Twin, she has a single lock now. Slightly more boost, same amount of health. So, yeah, I like this one better. So you can reach that with Falco. Let's see, we should probably clear out. So I think there's... Let's see, we've got the base up there and the base up there, and I think that's it. So the Fog of War actually... Now, I guess it doesn't obscure the asteroids, which is good, but... I think it still blocks, like, the enemies and the other stuff, though. Alright, I guess I'm probably gonna have, like, Krystal cover that part. Although... Should have Fox cover the missile. If Falco's not there next turn to do it. So we'll do this. Cause I don't want to use Slippy for the missile there. No, we're almost like we're 10 minutes away from 2 hours. At this point, I'm just gonna finish out this story however long it takes. Since that would be a really good stopping point. Alright, Krystal with lock. Let's see. Here. We got bomb ammo. Let's use our bomb. And then get another bomb ammo. Let's see, where are you? There you are. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so when you say they had different tracks, you mean they're just like different variations of the same track? Because this sounds the same. I mean, maybe not exactly the same, but it's like the same theme.
At least for Fox, yes, keep the 15. I think.
Oh, we've actually got 4 of them here. Alright. Time, please? No? Okay. Now your shots miss. Where did he go? Oh, there he is. There we go. There's some time for you. Also, your cursor turns red when you're locked on, or like when you're holding the button.
Yeah.
It's a minor thing, but you know, just occurred to me. It's like, oh yeah, this is a thing. Could mention that. Oh yeah, so the bottom screen HUD also changes depending on who you're using. That's another thing. So there's little details that they didn't have to do, but oh no, this is gonna be bad. Okay, let's rip off the band-aid. This is gonna be bad. Oh, at least he has the boost. This is what I hate about you guys. You probably don't want to be. Oh hey, I actually got you with that. Okay, so what you can do is you can lock onto them before they're vulnerable to get the charge on the lock, and then you know fire it once they actually are vulnerable. Okay, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I was worried with what happened to Krystal. Where do you think you're going? Alright, we still got 2 left, right? Yep. So generally you want to have longer turns because it means that you're getting more pieces off the board. Alright, and then this is the part where we go hunting for either more bombs or time. That is literally the one thing I didn't want. Thanks, game. They gave me 2 supply rings. I was already at full health. That's like, it's the worst part. Like adding insult to injury. There we go. There's a time. There's a fuel cell. Finally. It's about time.
I think you about broke even on that one.
Just about. I'm still below on overall time. Maybe I can fix that here. Alright, please continue more in that direction. Okay, so we've got almost all of those. Ah, crap. Somehow that still counted. Oh yeah, also I completely failed to mention this, but you get time for every hit you get in a stage. Okay, so it adds that at the end. So it's been doing that this whole time, you know, it's right there. But generally, unless you can kill an enemy, like, you know, while you're on your way to do something else, it won't really offset the time. You only get one second per hit. Okay, so I think, you see, there aren't even that many things left on the map. Also, you can see, like, just how much it can mess up your paths here. It's like, oh, fun. So I have Krystal go around. Oops. It's probably about as good as I can get, and then also this is like this is the media theme.
I
Just
heard.
slowed down a bit. Now, well, we got a missile, so we can cover it. It's okay. Cover that enemy. I did not see it, and unfortunately, my path was just barely not close enough. So if we can get everything done, this could be a 3-turner. Ooh, that one was that one would have been close. I feel like some missions are easier to get time on than others. Like, you know, get higher time totals. Alright, so we'll rediscover that. I think the enemy should be targetable. Oh, that's a stronger enemy too, so if we're gonna use a missile on anything, then that one would be the one. Yeah, look at this nonsense. That's our like full. That's our full path right there. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it's such a beaut. Murder the missile first. That's.
Yep. Murder the missiles. So the game just flashed my hit count there when I destroyed the missile. It's interesting. I don't think it does that most of the time. Alright, Krystal, you're going to finish off the last base. And yeah, there we go. Oh, we got the coins. Ah, crap. we're not gonna be able to pick up all the coins probably because of it launching us into this. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I mean, I think we'll be fine. we're at almost 300, and all we have left is the boss.
The final boss, I think.
Yep, the final boss of this.
No forgiveness.
Playthrough.
No mercy. I'll fight you to death.
Arrowhead.
So get used to this final boss.
Yeah, you're gonna be seeing it more than once. Let's see. Wondering who would be the best person to take into this. Let's see. Slippy's kind of out of bombs. Probably either Fox or, well, Krystal has the multi-lock, right? Right?
I didn't see her do any of the lock on while you were fired at all.
I can't select the thing. All right, let's see. We can do a hello. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I did the thing, unless did I hit the wrong thing by accident? Maybe I hit the wrong key by accident. All right, let me just try this again. Yeah, see, that's what it's supposed to do. Anyways, we'll give Krystal a shot. Having multi-lock for this is very handy. If you can get it. Falco doesn't have a bomb on him right now. He also has really low health too, so. I think I just instantly launched it into the second phase.
You did.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to do with this other than shoot the boss in the middle. Oh no!
Final boss.
That was the final boss, everyone. Look, it's not my fault. Bombs are unreasonably effective. I was expecting, it's like, okay, I'll just throw out the bomb here, you know, get a little extra damage on the segments.
Nope.
just took out like all the segments. I have picked up Star Wolf on the radar. Eh? Maybe we're near the Sargasso region. We get a different fanfare for victory this time.
You kind of neutered that boss, just like.
Very much so. Wolf. Still my prey, Fox. We need this one. Ah, quit your whining. It's a pleasure for Panther 2, darling. Oh no, don't show this to the fans. This game actually like tries to make Krystal and Panther a thing, sort of, depending on the path.
Yeah.
I mean, Panther had a thing for her in Assault, and you know, people took offense to that. Also, apparently he refers to himself in the third person in this game for some reason. I don't know why.
It's kind of stupid.
It's like Star Wolf is really mellowed out. Yeah, too bad we didn't get to see any of that. I can't. Okay, but the people didn't actually do the fighting. it's a nice sentiment, but I'm gonna be bored out of my skull. Is he though? Is he really? He broke the team up. And them getting back together was mostly due to circumstance, so... You're not gonna leave for 8 years again, are you? Team Star Fox, launch!
Aquas.
So this is ending number 3. I don't know why they numbered it 3, but that's the number.
It's the forced.
Yeah, as far as I can tell, there's no rhyme or reason behind which numbers, you know, correspond to which endings. Members of Star Fox reunited once more. Again, they put differences to one side and took the fight to the enemy. When the dust cleared, peace had once again returned to Lylat. Yet Fox is still troubled by complicated feelings. Months pass. One dark day, Krystal makes a startling confession. I'm sorry, Fox, I can't do this anymore. I'm going back to be with Panther and the rest of Star Wolf, and thus people hate this game. I mean, that's not the only reason, but... Fox was overcome with grief and begged Krystal to stay, but her mind was set. Once again, Fox McCloud was forced to wander the world alone and unloved. But Krystal hasn't no such regrets. She's perhaps the toughest of all the pilots, and she proves it by starting a new life in the elite Star Wolf squadron. Not a bad ending. Unless you're Fox, I guess. Although there are worse endings for Fox. We'll get to those.
And there's even worse endings for the other characters.
The key of destiny is in your hands, but the road to the future contains many paths. The fate of Fox and his companions has been entrusted to you. Alright. And that's going to do it.
That is the most neutral ending ever. That is...
Yeah, that's a pretty neutral ending. So we got through an entire playthrough. Not all of the other ones will necessarily be that long. Just because we can, you know, some of them will only add like a few missions compared to others. So
yeah,
they won't all be this long, but that'll do it for now. Let's see.
Okay, can I say something about this? Like, I feel like this game kind of like, is this a English developer or a Japanese, like?
One second, I can look it up. Japanese.
I've noticed that like in-house Nintendo really does not like Krystal. Like,
That's because they didn't create her, right? I mean, that they do that with Waluigi, right? They do similar things with Waluigi.
yeah.
Yeah, like Krystal's involvement in this game, I think, is just one of the weaker points. And also, like, you know, how Fox deals with it. But anyways, that'll be it for now. See, thinking next stream for this will probably be Tuesday. Gonna try to start streaming on weeknights again more, so stay tuned to Twitter for that. And until next time, thank you for watching.